So, cousins, I did have a couple of people ask me for an in-depth video for this dish that I posted as a short. And I know I don't play about my cousins. So let's get into it, right? So I buy like a large pork belly from Costco and I just like put it in Ziploc bags. So that's what I did. So this is frozen. I put it in the pot. I filled the pot up with some water and I boiled the pork belly for I want to say about 30 minutes. So in the meantime, in between time she's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start getting the aromatics together. So I took me some ginger, I peeled it, and then I sliced it into about 5 slices. Then I washed some green onions, and then I cut those into like medium pieces, not too big, not too small. Well, they all a little big. Now this is the pork belly after it came out. You see all that white stuff on it? You want to get rid of that. Like, do not cut that up like that. That's disgusting. So you're gonna run it under some water and you're gonna smack it, flip it, and rub that thing down until all that white stuff is off of it. That's the impurities that came out once you finish boiling it. So you're gonna have some of that in a pot as well. So make sure you skim the top of that off. Don't use that water with that stuff still in it like that. That's nasty, right? So you see how good that look? So this is what you want to do to every last one of them. So after I finished washing everything, I just went ahead and took a paper plate and set them on a paper plate until I'm ready for them. Because who want to just wash dishes all day? Not your girl. And I don't like using the dishwasher, right? So now this is after I skimmed the most of it. This is the most I can get off the top. It was way more than that, right? You want to keep a little bit of that water because we're going to use that water in the end. You're going to see in the end when we're going to use that water. And that makes more big of a difference than just using regular water or bottled water or whatever you use. You know what I'm saying? The cooking liquid is like liquid gold. Trust me. So I went on ahead and I stacked up all of the pork bellies because it's just easier to cut like that. Like, who wants to cut them one by one? You can cut yours to your desired size. I'm greedy. I like mine this size. So I cut those pork bellies up, and then once I got them all cut up, then I'm going to set those aside. And then I also have a really good different pork belly recipe that I'm going to do in a different video, so watch out for that. If you have not subscribed already to my channel, please take the time to do so now and hit that bell notification so you do not miss out on any of the content coming up, right? So we're going to use some dark soy sauce. There's a difference between that and regular soy sauce. We're going to use some rock sugar. This is the brand that I used. You can get all these items from the Asian market if you live in an area where they have Asian markets. I just happen to have a bunch of them. We're going to have some Chinese cooking wine, and then we're going to use about 2.5 tablespoons of regular soy sauce. So now I got all my aromatics out on a cutting board. So it's just easy access for me to throw them in a pot when I'm ready for them. So that's the rock sugar. I got about 4 or 5 star anise, the ginger that I sliced up earlier, and the green onions. So these are all the aromatics that we are going to use. So we're going to get started and we're going to add some avocado oil to the pan. We're going to throw that rock sugar in there. You want your rock sugar to melt. It's like the burnt sugar method that I use with the oxtails. You see how that's burning right there? Unfortunately, I was impatient. I was starving like Marvin, so I didn't let mine melt as much as I probably would like to have. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about right here. You see, it's not even melting, and I'm throwing the pork belly in there already. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna come out the same way, whether you know. And this is another important thing. Please, 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 please use a lid. If you don't, that pork belly sugar will pop on you. You will kill yourself in that kitchen. So please make sure you have a lid to cover up that pork belly, right? So now this is when it's seared. So you see how that's seared? You want to do that on both sides before you start adding everything else. So now I turned all of the rest of them around, and this is done probably about 2 minutes in, right? So then it look a little greasy, but don't worry about it. And trust the process, right? So now that you see the color of it now I'm ready to add the aromatics in. So I throw in the ginger, I spread out the star anise, then I go ahead in with the green onion, And then it's time for me to start adding the sauces. So I add the regular soy sauce in there. You see that color? Keep in mind that color, right? And then here go the Chinese Shaoxing wine. That's Chinese cooking wine. And you can get all these ingredients from your local Asian market if you live in the area where they come. And this is the dark soy sauce. Look at the color. You see the difference between the regular one and the dark soy sauce. And then you're just going to stir that around just to get everything well incorporated. And make sure, every angle has a little bit of something in it, right? A little bit of the aromatics in it. Right, so now at this point, you're going to take that water from earlier that I told you to save, and you want to pour it in there, and you want to cover the contents of the pan with that, right? Then after you pour the water in there, and you just want to cover it, right? So then you're gonna stir around just to make sure all the sauces and everything and the aromatics are well incorporated before you bring it up to a roaring boil. You see, it's already going, because told you I was hungry. I already had it on boil, baby. I was starving like Marvel. So after about 35 minutes, baby, this is it. Do you see this consistency of the sauce? Oh my God. Like, this sauce is so delicious, guys. Wait till you make it. I'm so excited for you guys. All right, so now it's time for me to plate. I'm fancy Nancy, right? So I went on ahead and I set my little rice in my bowl, and then I put that on the plate upside down, and then I started adding the pork belly. So I added about I want to say that's about 2 big ladle spoons of pork belly on top. And now it really depends on what you like as a topping. I'm a good sriracha mayo girl, so that's what I'm gonna use, right? So I took me some sriracha mayo, and then I added it on the top. And you can also, this is another item that you can make homemade. And then this rice seasoning, oh my God, it's so good. This is another item you can buy from well, they have that in Walmart. Even the sriracha mayo, you could buy that in Walmart. So I added that on top. And then I added some green onion for taste and for, a little razzle dazzle. And this is the outcome. Baby, let me tell you something. It has to be like a new restaurant that I really want to try in order for me to go out and pay my money to somebody when I know damn well I can make that in my house, and it's more safer. I know what I'm getting, and I could make a quantity of it. So it's a win-win situation when you make it at home. Start trying to, and I'm not pressuring anybody. Like, I'm doing these videos to help people who want to cook at home. So, it's your discretion. Use your discretion. If you want to go spend your money, then do that.